Hello, everyone, and welcome to the podcast. I'm LaToniga Sass, and I am so excited today to have one of my very good friends, Faith Rihanna Sanders, here to share with us about her journey on her business called Visions of Worthiness. Faith is a specialist with room. I said it wrong. Room. I always say that wrong. But anyway, she'll let you know more about that in just a minute. But I am so excited to have her here today to talk about life, business, and goals. So, Faith, just share a little bit with the audience and just let them know, or the family, I should say, and just let them know who you are and what do you do.
I'll be more than happy to do that. I am first and foremost a P31 woman, a Proverbs 31 woman. I strive to be that daily. And I am a wife, a mother, and a grandmother of 5 children and 5 grandchildren. I also am an author, as you have mentioned. I specialize in wellness. I am wellness dance coach. I specialize being a wellness dance coach. Let me get that together. In addition to that, I'm currently practicing to becoming a family herbalist, which eventually, prayerfully, becoming a community herbalist and opening up, hopefully one day, an apothecary. I am
Okay, so
also
what is that?
apothecary.
Uh huh.
It's selling herbs. It's
Okay.
selling herbs, an herbal pharmacy. It's sort of like a pharmacy, where people can get bulk herbs for natural wellness from me.
Okay. Okay. Wonderful. We had one of those when I lived in Charleston.
Okay.
Probably when I was in my early 20s.
Okay.
We had one of those in Charleston, downtown Charleston. So
Um,
I never knew what the name of it was.
yeah,
I just did the herbal store, the herbal naturalist place, or you know what I'm saying?
right.
But I never knew the name, but that's great to
That's
know.
insane. Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry, people. I don't know it all. Some of y'all may have known that. I unfortunately did not. Okay. I'm
And
sorry.
I'm still learning. I'm still learning because, again, this is something that I'm just now really embracing, but I've been doing it for years. Like, I've been creating or finding natural ways of bringing wellness to my body, and not just for me, but for my family.
So
So,
tell us a little bit about that. Like, how did you get into it? What made you want to get into being an herbalist and naturalist and all of that?
I can honestly say it's my grandmother's fault. She's now deceased, but I watched my grandmother growing up, how she used to come up with different remedies for the family, and they worked, you know. And then what really pushed me into this journey was back in 2020, the era of the entrepreneurs.
Okay. Okay.
I finally decided to birth visions of worthiness. And that was in due part because I was experiencing back in 2015 womb issues.
Mhm.
So I had womb issues going on with me in 2015. And that was from having fibroids. I had
Mhm.
multiple fibroids. I had a lot of pain going on internally. Mentally, I was a wreck. It affected not just only me, but my husband, our lifestyle together as a unit, my household. It was just all over the place. So what I ended up doing is I had them removed. I had the fibroids removed,
Okay.
and lo and behold, they came right back.
Mm.
They came right back. So at that point in time, I was just frustrated. I was frustrated. I was discouraged, and I was seeking for answers. So I began to researching Google University, as we all call it. And let me just put this out there. Google is not accurate information, but it will get you to a point where you will begin to really researching things and finding out the truth behind things.
Right.
And that's
Not
what
always accurate, but
right,
you still always need to do your additional research.
right.
Right. Mhm.
So I began to research Google. I spent countless nights, days researching for almost a year because in the middle of doing all of this, I was unable to go to sleep at night,
Mm.
because I was up in pain. Um,
Okay.
you know, it it interrupted, to be honest with you, my sex life, just everything. So,
Hmm.
so pretty much, I began to educate myself,
Okay.
and by educating myself, researching, and experiencing on myself, I began to bring my body back to wellness.
Okay.
And I can honestly say that my body, my natural body wellness is in alignment now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the blessing that you had too is that you also have a background in pharmacy, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I've been in pharmacy for over 20 plus years. I'm a pharmacy technician, licensed pharmacy technician. So, in addition to working with these different herbs, I was able in I was able to connect that to like the medical field
Hmm.
with the medicines and stuff. And I'm like, and I know what medications and what herbs you can't use together, so it was a benefit on my part.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. So, with that, how did that lead you with having to deal with the fire, with having to deal with the health challenges? Lead you into, is that what led you into creating visions of worthiness?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
My health challenges was the reason why I started Visions of Worthiness. To be
Okay.
honest with you, I was going to go another route.
Hmm.
Husband, he said, babe, no, I feel, at times we don't know what our calling is.
Right.
And because we're so accustomed to doing one thing, sometimes we need others to tell us, okay, no, I see you doing this.
Yeah.
And so my husband watched again. He experienced it right along with me. He had to suffer too.
Right.
So he watched me go from being sick to wellness. So
Yeah.
he's like, no, I believe. And then he started, my apologies, let me back up. Then he started reminding me, you're also giving pointers to your other family, women in your family, how to
Mm.
take care of their womb. He said, I believe this is where you need to be at. So I was just begin to pray.
Yeah.
And God showed me, He gave me the strategy, He gave me everything, just laid it out.
So it
So,
resonated with you that, yeah, I think I agree. Because, sometimes people will say something and you're like, no, I don't believe that that's my assignment. And it may not be your assignment.
right,
But, there's other times where there's things that we can do on a natural because it just comes natural to us. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And other people see it as a gift, like your husband did. And it's like, hey, why don't you pursue this on another level? So I really like that. That's really good, that he pushed you or encouraged you, not necessarily push you, but encourage you to pursue it on another level.
He opened my eyes to the
Okay.
vision
Yeah.
that God was already showing me. So once when I realized the vision
Yeah.
and stuck with the vision and realized my vision was worthy for me to continue to pursue, not only for me but for others, then that's when we came up with the name Visions of Worthiness,
Okay.
because my vision was worthy to pursuing because it was detrimental to my lifestyle.
Got you. Got you. Got you. Now, with that, I'm pretty sure other challenges came along. Like, what are some of the setbacks that you face with trying to get visions of worthiness kicked off?
Ooh, let's see. I can honestly say the biggest setback for me was fear.
Okay. That's a
Fear.
good one.
Um, and I say fear is because when after my husband opened my eyes to it, I heard clearly, don't go to the other spa, um, Yoni spas or anybody else spa. All of my teaching, all of my consulting, the way I would operate my business came from God. Like literally spending time with God. So therefore, He wanted me to be set apart. He wanted me to be different. He did not want me to flow like everyone else.
Okay.
So it was a strategic plan given to me by God.
Mhm. So what I guess people need to know, what all does vision of worthiness encompass? What does your business actually do?
Mm, several things. Okay, so it encompasses the mind, the body, and spirit.
Mhm.
So beginning with yoni steam. Yoni
Okay.
steaming is it's a natural way of bringing wellness to the woman's womb.
Okay.
What we would usually do is to infuse herbs into some hot water and allow that steam to penetrate the woman's womb. And as the steam begins to flowing and penetrating her womb, the blood gets to circulating. All the natural things begin to open up, uh,
Okay.
begin to come back alive. A lot of women that come in there, that's what they will say. Oh my gosh, I feel so alive, and just begin doing what it needs to do in your body. Each individual is different, so it would cater to each individual the way that it needs to, with along with the herbs.
So you're helping women with their self-care.
Yes,
Okay.
womb
Gotcha.
womb self care.
Womb self-care. Okay.
Now, there's other ways of self care that I do. I also do the wellness dance coach. I
Okay.
also do the Christian line dancing online.
Mhm.
That's the physical part also
Okay. Okay.
of the business. And pretty much what that is doing is I'm combining my umpteen years of cheering, dancing, coaching staff, coaching cheerleading, choreographing. I combine all that, all the skills that I learned over the years together and create line dancing, um, which is a way to enhance the physical wellness for the body, getting the heart rate, the cardiovascular system to begin to ignite, and the endurance of it. So I also do that. And I also do one-on-one consultation. So if you're not sure about doing a yoni steam or what you should do for your body holistically, I provide consultation. And pretty much it will be an assessment of your lifestyle or an individual's lifestyle, and coming up with a plan that's conducive for you
Mhm.
and your body.
Yeah.
Well, and on to help you with your wellness journey.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Now, with that being said, I know you've helped me out a few times with different things, different teas. I've come to you because you also do teas too. I'm like, hey, I got this going on. I know I was dealing with some iron issues,
Yeah.
and my iron was very low and stuff. And so I did a consultation with you. I probably owe you for that consultation, but you know how it is when you got a friend child, you be taking advantage of those friends, you know what I'm saying? Hey girl.
But look, you have owed me because you referred me
Okay.
to someone else. And that's
Okay.
how I look at it. Sometimes, let me put this out here. And this is just my thought process. Sometimes
Mhm.
when you're in this business, it's called trading off.
Okay.
And pretty much that was like a trade-off for me.
Yeah.
Because you brought me someone I was able to do for you. You see what I'm saying? Even
Mhm.
though it was vice versa, but who that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter, But
Right.
yeah. So sometimes you would do the trade-off thing.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
that's okay. Be okay with it. You
Yeah.
know, because a
Yeah.
blessing is going to be coming on the back end of that, especially if you have the right heart to doing what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. And that is so true because you really helped me out. Like I said, was dealing with the little iron and stuff, and you gave me some suggestions. You even, I can't remember what was going on. It might have been some sinus things and stuff because I was really congested, had came off from, I had pneumonia and, all of that, and
Yeah.
came off from being healed from that. And I actually went to your spa when you had a spa, and I did the blanket,
Yeah. Oh,
because you had suggested the blanket to me to open up.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What was that? I did a blanket because it was opening up. What
What
was it doing?
what the blanket does, the infrared sauna blanket detoxes all the toxins within your body. So you're sweating
Yeah.
like a sauna, but you're in a blanket, no working out. You're just
Yeah.
laying there. So it
Yeah.
begins to opening up your pores and pulling out all the toxins within your body system. It's great for headaches, great for cold and flu, great for body aches. It has multiple benefits for our body. It's heat, infrared heat, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yes, the teas are that's my newest journey. Um, is really embracing on the natural holistic, the natural teas for natural remedy to work within the cardiovascular system,
Hmm.
such as, well, not just the cardiovascular system, it's just the herbal preparations for the entire family, friends, or whatever the case may be. It helps with the nervous system, the
Hmm.
respiratory system, digestive system, kidneys, endocrine, and the thing that I've been practicing, the reproductive system. Teas are great for us. You, it's unimaginable what teas do within our body. Not just teas, but topical stuff, um, oral. Well, like I wouldn't call it pills, but it's like capsules, herbal capsules, just different type of natural herbal preparations that can help our body to bring it back to wellness or to get it to where it needs to be to enhance our body wellness.
Yeah. Yeah. And that is so great because I remember when I went to your spa and I actually did the blanket, and it was just so, the atmosphere was just beautiful. It was so serene. It was just so peaceful. I rested, even though I was sweating like a mug. I rested too. It smelled great. It smelled wonderful. But the way that you had it set up and had the atmosphere set and everything, it was just really a healing time and a time just to relax my mind. I work a very stressful corporate job, and it just gave me time to really just pull back and just take a minute for me. Because a lot of times, women and even men too, we struggle with self care. You
Right,
know, we're busy running and ripping for everybody else, and we
right,
don't take time for ourselves. So, I really thank you and appreciated that moment because you made it special. And I know you didn't do it just because it was me. I know you do that for all of your customers because even when I was there was one of your customers, I think she was coming to pay for her next spa treatment or something like that. I can't remember. But she just kept on talking about, oh my God, you're gonna love it. It's gonna be great. And da 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 da. And she just loved it and she loved you. And that's the great thing is that when people can trust you and enjoy the service that you give, you
right.
know. So thank you for that.
You're
One
welcome.
thing I'm sorry, go ahead.
I say you're welcome.
Yeah.
But real quick, I do want to back on that. That is my goal is to create an atmosphere of relaxation, um, to help with the mind, the body, and the spirit, you
Yeah.
know. And it begins first and foremost with myself. If I'm not relaxed, then my clients will feel that vibe.
Hmm.
So to hear you say that, I am grateful. I am honored because you're not the only person that I heard that from. I've heard it from multiple people. So that just lets me know that who I am
Hmm.
and what I am is bouncing onto other people so they can become better people within the world, you know.
Yeah.
So thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
And that kind of leads me into my next question when I ask, how do you maintain a positive mindset during difficult times? Trying to start your business. I'm pretty sure, with family and all of that, trying to do that. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, you got a gang of kids and stuff.
No matter how old they are, it doesn't get better unless they get better. So
So how did you keep that positive mindset? Because with kids and with life and with family, there's going to be challenges. And a lot of people, when they're trying to pursue their goals and, start a business, write a book or whatever, they give up, they quit because I just have too much going on. I just can't. How did you get back, or how did you maintain that positive mindset?
It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, but I set a goal. I stuck to my plan. I wrote the vision and executed the plan.
Okay.
I wrote the vision and made it plain. Plain.
Hmm.
The plain is I stuck to the plan. I walked it out. Not only did I see it, but I began to execute it. As my husband would say, he would say, I peed on it.
I heard him say that.
I peed on it. The acronym is PEE, which is plan, execute, and endure. That's what I had to do. Was it easy? No, it wasn't.
Right.
There was weeks I was just like, I'm done. I'm tapping out. I'm tapping out. I'm tapping out. You know. But I had to be mindful when something is your calling or you're passionate about. To me, you really can't tap out because
Yeah.
that's like a piece of you missing. So I kept gravitating back to it. And I was just like, okay, let me stop tapping out and going tapping in, tapping out, like tag you or tagging in, tagging out. No, I have to stay consistent. And I realized when I stayed consistent that mentally I felt better.
Yeah.
I felt better because I was blessing others.
Yeah.
My blessing came through seeing others like you yourself get to that journey of wellness, that
Mhm.
holistic, seeing them being
Yeah.
more on the holistic side, better for themselves. So, yeah,
Yeah. And even as entrepreneurs, you have to build your community. You know what I'm saying? You have to find people that you can trust in, that you can confide in. And when you're having that moment, that down moment, they will encourage you. Look, girl, come on, pick it back up. I seen the greatness in you. You got it. Come on, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't quit now. I know you got this going on, but don't forget about your dreams, and it's great when you have people in your life that will continue to encourage you and support you
yeah,
and push you. And
definitely.
that's why you can't share everything with
Yeah,
everyone, because everyone is not going to be for you. They're not going to be on your side.
right. They don't have your best interest. Like,
Right.
truth be told.
Right. Right. Or they don't have any interest. You know what I'm saying? It's not their goal. So they're not concerned about you,
Right.
So you got to build that community. You got to build that network. And I know that you and I had talked about that in the past, of having a good community and network of entrepreneurs that are there to support each other, because the entrepreneur world, it ain't no joke,
It is.
especially when you're trying to make it better, bigger, and grow.
Yes.
You don't want to just keep it mom and pops. And there's nothing wrong with mom and pops.
Right.
Okay. But when you want to expand and grow and be bigger, you really got to have that support system, that community.
Right. Right.
Hmm.
I agree 100, 100. In which right now for me, as far I have my support system,
Hmm.
but now I'm on that journey, and this is to finding my community,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So, and you got to be careful when it comes to finding your community. You just can't pick any and everybody.
That's true.
Use discernment. Use discernment. Wait. Use discernment and
Hmm.
wait. And God will give you what you need. To be
Hmm.
honest with you, and I'm a firm believer of that. Just be patient. It'll come. And I've been in this for several years now. I still don't have my community, but I'm okay with it.
It'll come.
With it because I know it's coming and it's going to come at the right time. I'm not going to rush it or anything. So, yeah, just be patient.
Yeah. Another thing question is, what are your daily habits or routines now that you've kind of gotten in the groove, now that you've gotten vision of worthiness off to a great start? You're doing your herbals, you're doing your yoni steams, you're doing I remember you doing parties too, yoni steam parties, you're doing you're doing a lot, and you're doing your dancers, so including the mind, soul, body, spirit, all of that. What are your daily routines that you do to make it through each and every day?
I get up daily and I pray. I
Okay.
pray. I have prayer walks in the morning, and I yoni steam weekly, because yoni steam is also relaxing.
Okay.
It's detoxifying.
One day we may have to come back and talk about them Yoni's things. I don't know a lot about it, but I'm pretty sure in the future some listeners may be interested, maybe on Women's Health Month or something like that. But I'm
Most,
sorry to jump in there. Yeah.
most no, you're good. And I drink my herbal tea. These are things that keep me stable, you know. Um, and then I listen to all of my necessary things for the day, far as getting involved in my family herbalist course, commenting on that stuff, to the point that I took Facebook off my phone.
Hmm.
I took Instagram off my phone, and the only app that I have right now on my phone is my herbalist community. So I can dive deeper into it because the time is now. It is
Okay.
needed. I have multiple people reaching out to me for, just natural remedies. And so I have to be ready. I have
Hmm.
to study more. I have to be more engaged into that community, the herbal community that I'm in right now. I'm not saying that I'm a part of it, but for classes, I'm a part of it right now. But so, it is what it is. But yeah, these are the things that keep me grounded, you know, as
Okay.
an individual. And without it, honey, I'm all over the place. I realize when I don't do these things, I'm like, oh, which way am I going? Left, right, like I'm a whole mess. So I
Yeah.
realize over time I have to stick. These are essential to my life.
Hmm.
I have to keep these part of my life.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Now, what advice can you give to let's go back to visions of worthiness, starting this business. What advice can you give to someone who is looking to start a business off because you took something that you learned, something that was natural to you? What advice can you give to someone who is trying to figure out what that business is, but they want to utilize the gifts that are within them? Does that make sense?
Yep, it
Okay.
does. Yes, it does. I say no matter how much you study, how much you research, how much you prepare, it will never amount or equal to the true experience. Do not be fearful. Get out there and just do it.
All right. Yep. And that's the main thing. A lot of times we let fear consume us,
Right?
or the unknown. Even if it's not fear, it's the unknown. And I think that's especially when you get older.
Yes.
Because a lot of times these kids, honey, they get something on their brain or their mind, they just do it.
Gone.
Right. They jump out and they just do it. We start thinking and calculating the cost. Okay, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if nobody likes me? What if they hate my voice? What if this thing and the other? You know what I'm saying? What if they don't like my product? Get out there and just try it.
Do it.
Jump into it. Get you some testers too. You know what I'm saying?
But it's ironic that you said that because my testers were my family members. Anything I created, came up with, I was like, oh, let me. So before I actually stepped fully into the business and embraced it again, like my husband said, I was already doing it amongst my family members. Give
And
me,
you know, family gonna be honest
oh
usually.
yeah, give me
Yeah.
feedback.
Your friends will hold back, but your family gonna tell you,
We're gonna keep it 100.
that was not good.
Develops a tough skin. Like they're preparing you for things that you're going to hear probably in your spa. So,
Right,
be ready, be ready,
right,
and take
right,
it and be okay with it. Don't fall into the corner. They're trying to help you grow your business. They're trying to help you with your business. Don't get offended. And
right.
that I wasn't scared of. I was like, actually, I was like calling them, knowing it takes a while for the herbs to get into their body system, or the yoni steam with certain, everybody's body is different.
Yeah.
So with certain people, it may take a while. But honey, I
Mhm.
will call the next day. Hello, how was it? So and so, did it work? What did it do? They're like, gosh, nothing's happening right now. Wait. But then you
Right.
get those days, the next day they're calling, oh my God, do you know what happened? Yes, my natural juices started flowing in my body from the yoni steam. Yes, the cough and cold decreased that was going on in my body from the herbal teas. Yes, the dancing helped my back unlock.
Mhm.
Just different things that I was hearing with the things that I was doing. It was like, oh, and yes, that we have a beauty queen that faithfully takes the Tranquility rice packs that I create and sell. And these are like for cramps, body aches. Um, Anybody could use them, male, female, kids. They're microwavable.
Yeah.
They're put in the microwave and you just heat up the rice packs and use
Mhm.
them on your achy body. Yes, that worked.
Yeah.
She believes in it firmly, takes it on every little pageant she goes on. So just hearing the different feedbacks is like, okay. So, and not only that, it's important for me because again, everybody body is different.
Right.
You, your body may not respond like the next person. So you're educating me on different things that may happen so I can educate others when I'm giving these products.
Yeah.
That's vital for me. That helps me grow. So
Yeah.
yeah, that
Yeah. I heard about your little cream for burns and stuff like that.
mhm,
People were telling me, "Oh, she got the bomb cream for where it doesn't leave the scar and it heals quick." And I heard about your cream.
yes.
You might market that cream in the future.
And I'm just trying to get the fine kinks out. But yeah, it's coming. It's
Yeah.
coming. Trust and believe everything that I am trying right now, I am going to put it out on the market. I'm just trying to continue to what's the word that I should
Tweak
say?
it.
Yes,
You tweaking it.
tweaking it. Yes,
Hmm.
yes,
Hmm. Yeah. So, but the good thing is that you know that you can do it because you've already done visions of worthiness. You took that step, you took that leap of faith to at least start the first thing. And usually when you start the first thing, it gets a little easier. I'm not saying it's super easy because I'm in the entrepreneur world myself, but it gets a little easier trying something else new, you
yes,
know.
yes.
So and with that, you also wrote a book. So tell us a little bit about your book. What is the name of your book? Do you have a copy of it?
Have it right here. Bam. Yes, this is womb education. This is part of my womb education, educating women on the womb. Again, if you see, let me turn it around so I can look. It's called Wellness Over My Body, Mind, and Spirit. But that's the acronym for womb, wellness over my body. And then I just added mind and spirit because it encompasses the womb. To taking care of the womb is a combination of how we think, how we take care of our body. If all of that is in alignment, then you're in alignment with the Holy Spirit. You're in alignment with your spirit. You know. So this was I started this COVID year, but I had a setback and God put it on I had finished it actually, but I never released it.
Okay.
I thought I had like chapters to go, and it's a 31-day prayer journal. I thought I had chapters to go, but when I went back to look, I only had like the 31st day to do. It was already done. So I ended up putting this out on the market. So it pretty much talks about just taking care of yourselves mentally, physically, because as women, we need to be mindful. Think about it. Where do we give birth from?
Your womb.
When we say, oh man, I just had this great idea, I can feel it in my gut, the womb
Mhm.
area.
Mhm.
Everything ignites from down there. So if we don't take care of our mind, we can jack up our womb. If we don't take care of our body, we can jack up our womb. And I'm a firm believer of it because I experimented on it. So I was like, okay, let me not do this. Let me do, oh man, I could feel it. Like, listen to your body. Our body tells us what's going on. So
Yeah.
pretty much that's what this journal is, to help you to just, get yourself back on your wellness journey. So I have in this, I have challenges. I have in the front, like just trying to find out who you are, why you think the way that you think as an individual. And then I have a section in here, I'm trying to find it, of knowing who you are in Christ, you know,
Mhm.
um, to have a peaceful mind. I have exercises in here. So it keeps you engaged. You'll be truly engaged with this. You can go
Yeah.
on Amazon and purchase this book, or you can go to my visionsofworthiness.org website to purchase this book. But in Amazon, on Amazon, my apologies, you will go up, just type in womb wellness over my body, mind, and spirit, and you can find this book. But yeah, so this is the womb education journey book.
That's great. The good thing, the thing that I like best about that book is because it kept you active.
Yes,
Every single day is a different
challenge.
activity
Mhm.
or challenge
Yes,
that you have to do. So it's not just your norm, and it's nothing stressful that you have to do.
right.
You know what I mean? It just
Right. You
I'll
think
be got to do a cartwheel and stuff like that.
right. You'll be done.
Right, right. But it is more than just journaling.
Right.
It's, you put different challenges out there and it's a different one every day. So I thought that was very creative. So I encourage creatives who are out there, utilize those gifts that have been placed in you, instilled in you, to create something that's great that can help somebody else
Right.
or anyone who's going through a situation, and you found relief or you found a remedy. Sometimes you may not have the total remedy or the resolution, but you may have relief that may be able to help somebody else. Share those things. You can create a business off some of those things, or situations or experiences you've gone through in life, dealing with kids and raising kids. I've seen people start businesses with helping people parent, because there's no guide, there's no one way to parent,
Right.
you know, but there is skills and there are things that can be shared to help along the journey, you know. Um,
I
so I
agree.
think that's great. I congratulate you on that book. That is wonderful. And how do you, we're
So
winding it up, but what, I'm sorry, go ahead.
real quick, let me say this. So
Yeah.
the same thing that I did with this book, at the beginning of the year, I wrote another book. And
Oh,
it's sitting there. It's just sitting there. So I was just reminded the other day, hey, it's almost the end of the year. Have you met your goals? And that was one of my goals for the year. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I finished this. What am I doing? So again, write the vision, make it plain, execute it. And my I'm still in the right time frame, in a good time frame, but to me, I'm not, because that should have been done. It was done, but you haven't executed it. You haven't made it plain yet. So
we got a few more months.
right,
So
right.
that can be a Christmas, people can purchase it for Christmas or something like that.
But if you think about it, entrepreneurs can't think like that because again, we may have some setbacks, some more setbacks. So we got to stay on top of things. You
We
know,
do. Yeah.
if I keep in my mind, oh, I got a few more months, then that probably that to me is like next year. So it's like no, right now. You got right now. You have to
Well,
get
I'm saying a few more months to finish it. I'm
I
not saying a few more months to just get started back on it now. But what I'm saying is we don't want to stress
yeah,
because we still have life. So, we don't want to consume ourselves, because when you get overwhelmed, you get stressed, and you're going to quit because you're going to get frustrated.
right.
So I'm saying, yeah, you still have time to, since you've already gotten the big book written,
That's true.
going ahead and start taking the next steps to get it published
That's true.
and then get it out there, you know, for people to be able to purchase and enjoy your breath. That's what I'm saying right
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
Because setbacks, we know challenges and setbacks, they're gonna come. They're
Yeah.
gonna come. And that's why I encourage people, you need to put dates on stuff. You need to write the plan down, you need to write the vision down, date it.
Yeah.
So it won't be like me and take you 10 years to publish your book. But the thing is, I always wrote it.
That's
And
a good idea.
I always wrote my stuff,
Yeah.
which is good. I always have my action plan because I'm a project manager.
Right.
So as a project manager at heart, now I'm in program management, but it's different, you know what I'm saying? But still, I'm used to writing and doing a timeline.
Okay.
So that comes natural for me. I'm a planner.
Okay.
Um, and the good thing is that I realize even when I fall off, I have to get back on track to stay on time, or either I need to regroup and change the time. But you don't make the time 10 years later. You know what I'm saying? Still don't regroup and make the time 10 years later, is what
No.
I'm saying. But
Because it may not have the same impact 10 years later. Because
exactly.
if it's given to you at that point of time, run with it. Do it.
Right.
Because
Right.
later it may not have the same impact, or somebody may have taken your entire idea.
And that has happened to me.
Right. Me too.
Yeah. Where somebody came in because I dragged for so long out of fear. I
Right.
was afraid, what am I doing? And then this was before the internet was what it was, you know what I'm saying? How do I get out there? I don't know what to do, da 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 da. Da. I even contacted a patent attorney, and because then I found out what I wanted to do. Somebody had, by the time I really got out there and was getting ready to do it, somebody had already did it. And I was like, oh man. And this was like months in between. But he was like, no, if you just tweak yours a little bit, then you can still put it out there and stuff. But I think I got discouraged. And those are the things where we have to be careful with, where we can't get discouraged. I tell people all the time, go to the grocery store and look how many different types of bread there is on that
Yeah.
aisle. Okay. If Ballpark got discouraged from Marita, then they would have never been where they are now, and all the other bread people out there, they would have quit. So we don't compare yourself, for number one. And number two, just because somebody else did it doesn't mean that you can't do it either. You may even be able to do it better or do it a different way.
It's going to look different. There's plenty out there for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Trust and believe, but it's going to be different. At the end of the day, it's trust and believe it's going to be different.
Right. Right. If Hyundai never made a car, if Mercedes, BMW, Toyota, we all might just be stuck driving that same old Ford. No, I'm just kidding. Anybody got a Ford? I had a Ford Mustang, so look, no, I'm just teasing. I'm really saying same old Ford because we know Ford is one of the popular ones and the first out there. I don't know if Ford was the first.
Right.
I have my research on that because these days you find out this one wasn't. But what I'm saying is Ford is known as being the first, car manufacturer, producer, and all of that, or creating the vehicle. So if we only stop right there, then we all would be doing the same thing, driving the same car and stuff. So don't allow comparison to kill your dream. That's what I was trying to get to. So anybody out there who has a Ford, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just playing. I don't even have a Ford. Oh, yes, we do. We do.
They have good trucks and stuff. So you know what I'm saying? So
we have a great truck.
Yeah, I ain't clowning nobody's car.
with you even mentioning that, and me speaking on the lines of just be encouraged when it comes to pursuing your passion, and don't feel like someone is taking something away from you, or because it's already been done. It brings me back to my motto I stand by: community, not competition. Community, not competition. I believe in that strongly. I cheer for those that's doing the same thing that I'm doing, and even those that aren't.
Right.
It's just part of my characteristic. That's who I am. I'm going to cheer you on, even if you don't cheer me on,
Right.
because I'm about community. I'm about learning from other individuals if I have that opportunity.
Yeah.
What you have can enhance me in certain areas and vice versa. So
Right.
I'm not able to do that if first and foremost I'm afraid to do it because you've done it, or once when I'm in it, I just don't want to deal with you because you're doing the same thing. You
Right.
see what I'm saying? So that's important to me. Just
Yeah.
remember community, not competition. That's my
Right.
hashtag, honey.
And I love that because one thing I know about you is you are a community driven person. I have seen you out in the community doing, it's not about the money for you, it's more about the love of what you do and how you care and love on people. And I've seen you go to different events and you'll do line dancing, these different events, bringing people out, encouraging people, hyping it up. Many times you're the hype woman at
Hi.
the, yeah, you got the mic and you're hyping. Come on, let's get in. You get people out there and getting really enjoying it and doing the line dancing and stuff. And even I've seen you at women's groups and stuff, educating women on womb education. I can never say it right, but I've seen you even educate them on that. Is that a word that you came up with?
Yes, it is.
Okay, okay, all right, Miss Queen.
Educating on the womb,
Okay,
but I just put them together. Womb education instead of
womb education. Okay.
education. It's womb education. I'm educating
Womb
on
education.
the womb. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And another creative event, another creative, because you're such a creative. And so I just love it, going out how you go out in the community and stuff like that. So that is just wonderful.
Yes.
Um, Another thing I just wanted to touch on before we jump off here and everything is about legacy. Like, what type of legacy do you want to leave about yourself, about your work, about life to your family, to others who know you?
Well, it's really not my legacy,
Mhm.
but I can honestly say that what's been an encouragement for me and that try to instill in my grandkids, my kids, you can do all things through Jesus Christ who strengthens you. Do
Mhm.
not allow fear to settle or set in. You can be that P31 woman. You can be that chameleonaire. You can be that g- you're God's best. Um, you're the head and not the tail. You're above and not beneath. You come behind in no good thing. You could be if it's a doctor, you could be it. If it's a lawyer, you can be it. If it's a scientist, you can be it. You can do all things with Jesus Christ has strengthened you. So don't allow fear to set in.
Mhm.
Become fearless so it can advance you in your entrepreneurship or your finances, whatever it is that you want to be or do.
Wonderful, wonderful. Um, you mentioned P30 woman. Break that down for me. What is, because you said this at the beginning of the podcast. Everybody doesn't know what a P31 woman is. What is a P31 woman?
So it's a short term, a short word for Proverbs 31 woman.
Okay.
Proverbs 31 woman is a woman who diligently seek out things to keep her family advancing,
Okay.
whether it be taking her gifts, her skills, and putting them to use into the community, making financial moves, getting up early to rise, to take care, to prepare for the home. Um, what do they call it? Selling goods, products, whether it be making,
Entrepreneurship.
yep, whether it be me making tranquility rice packs, learning how to sew, sewing yoni robes, building yoni stools. These are the things that I do, and I sell those. These are things that I am gifted in making, and I'm taking my gifts and sharing them with the world. But it's also benefit me because it's bringing income into my home. So
Mhm.
anything to help strengthen and better my home, not just my home, but the community too. You know.
Gotcha. Mhm.
So that's
Gotcha.
my P31 woman. I can
Okay.
do it all, honey. You give it to me, I'm gonna try to master it. Try to learn it. I'm gonna attack it. Like if I feel that it's a gift for me, or if I feel that I've done it before, like, oh man, I've been doing this for years, but didn't know what to attach to this and this name for it. Okay,
Mhm.
let me embrace it fully, just like the family herbalist of venturing into the herbs and the natural remedies with that. I'm gonna embrace it and I'm gonna run with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. Now, how can people reach you? How can they, if they want to reach out to you about a one-on-one consultation, they want to reach out to you for yoni, for line dancing, or dancercise, I should say. How can they reach out to you?
Oh, I'm pretty much on every platform. Yes. I am on Facebook, Wombcation, Visions of Worthiness, Wombcation. I apologize. And I'm sorry for saying that so loud. Facebook, Visions of Worthiness, Wombcation. I'm also on Instagram, Visions of Worthiness, Wombcation. I am on TikTok, Visions of Worthiness. I am also on YouTube, Visions of Worthiness. You can also text me or call me at 980-382-8414. You can also send me a message on my visionofworthiness.org page, which you can order products. You can schedule up services. If you want to do a yoni steam or have a yoni party, I also offer paint and steam parties and just individual painting and steaming. I do the sauna detox blankets and the consultation. So you can also hit me up on any of those platforms and I'll be able to assist you in whatever your needs are and make it personal just for you.
All right. All right. Well, Faith, we thank you for joining us today, for sharing with us about your entrepreneur experience, about life's experience, about pursuing your goals, about the challenges and stuff that you overcame. And so we just wish you well.
Yeah.
So before we head out, I just want you to encourage our amazing friends today. Give them a word of advice or encouragement when they're trying to pursue their goals, dreams, things in life.
Be fearless. Do not allow fear to set in. And remember, you can do all things through Jesus Christ who strengthens you. You got it.
All right. All right. Well, thank you so much, Faith. We appreciate it. Hopefully, we'll talk to you again in the near future.
All right.
And you have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Be well and be blessed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.